Here we are back with the Moon Mission Science Kit by LEGO Education. This is set number 45200. Contains 519 pieces. Retails for $49.99. The set was provided by the LEGO Group for late review. Thank you, LEGO. And yeah, so we're still on to this. We got 2 science experiments, and we did the first one, which is covered in bags 1, 2, and 3. So, just a quick recap here. We did one with the rocket ship. Basically, this one is just to test gravity and make sure this thing can land level. So you just have to plan ahead here and stuff, and things will fall apart on this. That's the first time that came off, but hey, you know, that's just how these experiments go here. They're just more or less just fun experiments, just something to do, something to give the kids, keep them occupied for summer. And the build, I'd say, is just average. I don't feel wowed by it. I don't really, I don't know, it's just, I feel like my imagination's being limited, but this is more of an educational set. This is not like we're building a full-fledged house with swimming pool and all the works. Well, today we are going to be focusing on the second experiment. And I don't think we have to take anything apart. I think we're just doing everything from bags 4, 5, and 6. And I don't need booklet 1 anymore. But if you're interested in this type of stuff, this is a good place to start. I'm going to tell you right now, I think these will be items you'll see on clearance real quick. Okay. So right now, yeah, we got a lot of stuff to do here. Okay, let's begin. Let's build it, starting with bag 4. And I gotta find a place to stuff this thing at. Yeah, I'm gonna have fun reviewing this one. This is gonna require a close-up view. And I'm not in the mood to film today, but there's nobody here. I kid you not, folks. Nobody's here at the house. They wanted me to do a bunch of chores today. I said, this is my last week off. I ain't doing nothing. And I'm sticking to my guns. So I am. I'm not doing much of anything today. Oh, and yeah, the score last time was like at a 7 because of the scratch pieces and stuff. I'm getting fed up with the scratch stuff. Why do I do these? I don't know what condition the parts are going to be in. So hopefully your model doesn't come in all banged up. But I'm still trying to get over this flu. You want to go out for a lunch? And here I've been coughing and sneezing, and I thought, that's kind of an odd thing to ask now when I'm sick. But my family, we don't care. We just get people sick. We think it's funny. Well, I don't feel like dealing with it, so I just told them I'm not feeling well, but thanks for the offer, and I'm going to be doing some, okay. Can't get all the parts out of that one. You can tell what kind of mood I'm in today, huh? Let's get going here. And well, let's just check all these out and see how bad they are so I can hurry it and give this one a failing grade. I had that black sheet of paper and I lost it. I swear my head's not screwed on today. I need to buy a good piece of poster board. Wow. Well, LEGO, how did this one get unscratched? Oh, that's unusual. I wonder how bad this one here is. I'm always checking to make sure. Okay, we're going to be down to a 6. You can see those pits in there. Yeah, so one came pristine, the other one did not. Let's check this out here. Yeah, this one's got some light scuffs. Alright, is that it? Looks like that's it. Okay, so yeah, matter of fact, we may have to just call this the preamble or something. How can plants grow on the moon? Well, we'll find out here in a bit. Okay. So it looks like we're just building some random stuff here. Well, of course, you got to have oxygen. So basically here they got this laid out like with the other one. You build, you solve, and you just invent or just tinker. Okay. And yeah. Okay, let's start with our minifigure. Yeah, so these are laid out a little differently than sets that I've normally done, so let me get everything situated here. Yeah, some of you said you like hearing my rambles and stuff in these. You know, I gotta make them real, folks. I can't just make these lame, you know, I just can't. Somebody did get angry with me because they didn't like the puppy build. I mean, listen, folks, I can't like every set Lego sends me. I don't want to be like, oh, this is the best set in the whole wide world. I had so much fun. This is a really good set to just have fun with. And in the back of my mind going, oh, yeah, I was having fun all right. I was actually bored out of my mind. But I don't want to do that. I don't want to lie to you. You deserve better. So if you're looking for that kind of video, I'm sorry. This is probably not the channel for you. Alright, let's see here. I'm looking for this blue piece, but I think it's dark blue. There's a lot of dark blue in here. That's a color we don't really see very often. I only got about an hour and 15 on this card. I'm gonna let's just start it like this. Can you see what I'm doing? Yeah. So I've been trying to come up with tutorials. And every time I'd come up with a tutorial, I'd either get somebody calling me up to help them do something, or I'd get somebody knocking at the door, or there's some chore around the house that I got to get done, and I haven't even had time to even enjoy it. So today, that day happened. I just said, nope, not today. I'm relaxing. This is my last week off. I don't want to be doing anything. Kind of got a stink eye look, but I thought, no, not doing anything. I need a chance to cool off. I've been working non-stop when I've been off, so no, today is my day. And yeah, I'm just not gonna, you know, I'm just kind of burned out. And then I gave the DMV a little bit of a rear chewing today. They said I need to renew my license again, and I just called them up and said, you know what, you need to straighten something out. You keep messaging me saying I need to renew my license. I already know that. I'm trying to get a thing with the optometrist right now. They're booked up like everybody else. Here's the deal. Do I have to do it online, or can I do it online, or I have to come down? A lady looks it up and says, oh yes, you have to come down here and pay your fee, and you got to do this, this, and that. It's mandatory. You will have to do these things. I said, oh, it's mandatory. So I said, okay, I'm going to be inconvenienced for a few hours. Thank you, and hung up right on her. She was kind of giving me that attitude, and I thought, oh. I thought, okay, I guess I can too. But yeah, I'm just kind of, you know, some people ask me, you know, do you ever get worn out by doing all this or taking care of your parents? Yes. You know, 5 years ago, I never had to worry about all this, but now I do. I really do. All right, so that's our space cadet there, our astronaut. This piece here is new, but yeah, he's got worms and stuff, so that's not too bad. At least we got him done, so he's finished up. Okay, now we're going to start doing the main build here. So, sometimes I just feel like I'm being pushed around, and I'm just like, no, not today, we're not doing that. Basically, I was offered to go out for lunch today, and I've been really just been trying to get over this nasty cold, and I'm mostly thirsty than I am hungry. When I tell somebody no, I'm not feeling very well, they kind of snap at me, and I'm like, I'm sorry, you're the one that brought this stuff home. I got sick from it, so yeah, let me just enjoy the rest of my week off and that kind of thing. Family gets kind of weird. And I was saying, yeah, next week I'm going to get a haircut. Well, can you do this and that? I'm thinking, no, I'm getting stuff for me done. Right now I've been putting off a bunch of stuff, so like no, you know. Hey, at least I'm over the hump. At least I got rid of it, all that nasty flu. It's just I'm coughing it out now. And yeah. So enough of the rants now. I think we're kind of bored of that. I've been trying to do is come up with some really cool tutorials. But I think the problem I'm having is that I have a lot of these sets to review. And I'd like to do my own stuff because my own tutorials, building my own creations makes me happy. You know, I don't want to... Oh, this hair just keeps flying in my face. I may have to get the ball cap on here. The filming hat. But you can basically call it a writer's block, but I call it a builder's block. I'm really just kind of stuck with doing all that right now, and like today I was coming up with a cool item I was working on, and I was thinking about it more and more, doing some experiments on this build, and it was really just, it was flimsy, falling apart, and I thought, well, I don't want to just give my audience something like that could just catastrophically disintegrate. You deserve better than that. So I thought, well, let's not do that. So I gotta work on something else, or another project that led to it, and it's kind of disintegrating, and I thought, well, I don't know, we'll think of something, you know. I gotta think of how to put it together, you know. And it happens, you know, that kind of stuff happens after a while. It just, my mind gets kind of clouded. Now I gotta go pick that up. But it's really hard to do my own stuff when I'm doing literally, I'm going to be kidding you guys and gals. So far this year I have 57 sets to review. I'm over halfway done. Now mind you, I only have a few days left before I got to go back to work. As a matter of fact, I got to be up at 3 a.m. Monday morning. You know, I'm not going to have time, you know. And I just thought, oh man, I'm going to have to go back to doing 2 videos a week again. So, yeah, I can't wait to get the complaints on those, but, you know, I mean, that's just how it is. This is not my job, but not too bad. Okay, now it looks like we're putting some corn in here. They couldn't use the fancy, expensive corn pieces. But at least now, I'm just trying to survive, just trying to get things done. And when nobody's here, I can get things done fast. I kid you not. Right now, yeah, no, I'm trying to find a nose cone. Oh, there it is. Like taxes, for example. I'm almost done with my taxes. I told my mom, I said, we need to get going on your taxes. Oh, we could wait later for those. I said, okay, but then I got to thinking, I was like, you know, mine's is almost done. I got my job. My assistant told me that she's got them all ready to go. I just need to go to work and sign them and submit them. Once I get those done, that's it. I'm done. And I forgot my door is open. That is an invitation for interruption there. So Well, at least we got a brick separator to get that out. They really don't show you where these things go exactly in here. But I'm going to be honest, I mean, the experiments, they do have some weight to them, but I just think they're just silly, you know. That goes on like that. Okay. Not too bad. Okay, now it looks like we're forming up this portion of the base. Like, I got a dry throat. I've been trying to keep myself hydrated because once you get rid of the flu, it's that nasty taste you got to get rid of for a few days. Yeah, so that's not fun. Okay, can you see what I'm doing? This set's going to grow, so obviously it's going to get bigger and bigger. I have to zoom out more. I can use that for a snow terrain there. Not too bad. Okay, now it looks like we're moving on to the next section here. And I have 4 of these educational sets that I have to work on. And I'm going to be honest with you. I want to do the Pokemon, not these. But they're here. I have to do them. Okay, I need to find me a hat after I get done with this bag here. Each bag takes about 20-30 minutes. This one had 2 small bags, so I think it's going to be about 30 minutes. Didn't really read any of the bad comments today. I don't think there was any of them, to be honest. Looks like we're building the same thing, but in a mirror. Oh, okay. That's always fun. Not. Yeah, you get something you really want to build, but you're stuck doing... It's like that old saying, you got to have your vegetables before your dessert. Yeah. Okay, well, I'm kind of breezing through this today. I really don't want to work. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not in the mood to film anything. But once I get these done, I can start the Pokemon. Start building that one up and start getting those going there. Okay. I don't know which one I'll start with. Probably the Eevee. Or I could do the Pikachu. The Pikachu's like 2,000 parts. So I got to really think on how I want to break that build down, because that is going to take a lot of time here to put together. And with one card damaged, I've been trying to think of other storage solutions. I don't know if I want to get me an external hard drive and just dump all these video files in there, but I want to dump them in 2 locations just in case something breaks and I won't lose video footage. That kind of thing. So I'm just trying to think of better ways to do that, so I don't, you know, break something or something just self-destructs. You know, that kind of thing. But honestly, the space theme doesn't really excite me, and yeah, when you did the free build, that wasn't too bad yesterday, but today, oh yeah, today is the 5th of February 2026, and I forgot to read the disclaimers. So these are not to be construed or considered as professional product reviews, how-tos, or tutorials. These are just merely my notes. I may make a mistake in these builds, so watch the video all the way through, okay? I've been known to block for people who jump to conclusions. And most importantly, just relax, have fun. I'm going to make mistakes. Just be like, oh, Jay made more boo-boos again. That kind of thing. So it'd be easy to put these on first and then stick them on there. So pretty much just sit back and enjoy the ride. There's only 2 of them. Okay. Alright, so looks like we got tomatoes growing, and I'm sorry guys and gals if... Oh yeah, I cannot guarantee I can show every step too. Why do I have to read that out? Because, yeah, there's somebody who... I can't see what you're doing. This is supposed to be a tutorial. It says let's build it. It didn't say this didn't say tutorial. I know I come off negative on that, but it's, you know, kind of that whole thing here. Alright, so now we got the tomato plant protected. Now let's have these 2 pieces get acquainted with each other. Like that. It's like a little boomerang. I'm feeling a cough coming on right now. So I'm going to do just that. Okay, now we're moving on to this. I don't know what that is. Imagine me being in a restaurant right now coughing up a storm. Yeah, I don't need to be doing that over there. So, yeah, so I'm going to try to do is get a little bit of this set done today. I'm going to film the whole thing. Get it done. And just... I don't know if I'm going to do any of the Pokemon stuff or not today. I haven't made up my mind yet. If I do, I could do the small sets. I do have another memory card. I need to make sure it's cleaned off. Yeah, apparently my sister's boyfriend's got a surgery today. Something with the skull or something like that. This is the guy that... He gets the simple sniffles and he's an emergency. With me, I got to make sure I'm like almost 6 feet under before I even think about going to the doctor because they're expensive. And this guy is more or less just a freeloader. So yeah, he's like maybe around 10 years younger than I am, 10 or 12 years, and more health problems than anybody I've ever known. I just think I'm complaining about my vision impairment. This guy actually has 20/20 vision. You can tell I was waiting in the wrong line before I got born. Let's see here. Alright, so that's what we're doing. I mean, I have asthma, I have everything else, but you know what? I'm still able to work. I don't have to make excuses. So this just sits in here like this. Okay, so just set that in there. We don't know what that does yet. We'll find out eventually. Boy, I hate when you get a coughing attack right when you're talking. That's never good, but at least I took care of it. I think I messed up here. Let me pop that off. I was getting ready to put that down there, and that's when I had the coughing spell. Hey, at least here I only edit out the coughing. I don't edit anything else of the build. I'm trying to keep these as consistent as I can. You get a printed space logo. That's cool. Yeah. Yeah, I just can't believe I can't get any more tutorials done because I'm just doing all these right now. You know, it's kind of a shame. I really want to get into my own stuff, and then I got, you know, some fans that pressure me into getting things done lickety-split. It's like I have to kindly guide them and say, yeah, this ain't a job. Yeah, it's starting to get spring out here right now. We're getting the spring weather, which is not too bad, but I prefer it cold and cloudy and stuff. Wait a minute, let's not put that in there yet. Yeah. And I was going to get a haircut this week until I got sick. Oh, the short tile goes over here. You couldn't tell. So like that. So I was going to get a haircut. At least I have a lot of respect for my barber. I'm not going to get him sick. Next week I'm going to do it, but this week here I want to just recover. Yeah, I'm not sure what we're building here, but I'm starting to lose a little interest in this. I'm not into space. The first one, if this was the first education set I got, and this is what I was depending my whole review on, I would just be like, this one's not exciting. I don't think any kid's going to sit here and want to build, unless they're into space, but this is obviously something that I would not want to invest my money in. Maybe for parts. Maybe for a younger person, I think this would be fine, but I just... I'm starting to get a little bored of it. Probably because I'm not in the mood to build today, but... But at least the experiments have some meaning to them, so at least they are functioning experiments, not let's pretend. I mean, pretending's never a bad thing. But, yeah. Can't wait to do the fun stuff. I may as well go back to school, huh? Let's see here. And then this goes, this goes right here. That's if I can get it in there, and it's Technic, so that's probably why. Well, it falls down, obviously, so... Yeah, and then we put this onto here. It's like a little observation tower that rotates. Maybe it has to watch the plants, making sure everything's growing, huh? We don't know yet. Okay, now it looks like we're building some little chutes. I think that's what these are. So we're just got to build 2 of them real quick. Yeah, I'm just thinking of which Pokemon set I want to dive into. There's 5 of them, so I got to pick them. Pick one. Not going to be able to do them all at one time. That's impossible for me. I'm thinking of more and more. I may just do... They gave me the promo offers. I got to see, though. They said we can talk about them and post videos whenever we get the sets. They're here. I'm thinking of maybe doing... I may just do Eevee first. Pikachu's got over 2,000 parts, and I really don't want to... I have to clean off a bunch of space just for that. Maybe I'm not going to film that all in one day, but it would be kind of cool to get something going there. Alright, and then these... go in here. Raise those up so they sit like that. Like that in there. Alright. And then you close them down. And it looks like we put some stuff in here. Huh. Well, oh, I see. So this thing here is actually going to drop them. So we're just going to, it's telling us to put a bunch of stuff in here. So it's telling me to put 4 green ones, and I mean, that's something that the parents are going to have to pick up. Yeah, have fun, huh? And you're going to have to put some water in here too. It wants 8, but I doubt we're going to get 8 in there. Alright, so we got those in there. And it's telling you to rotate it with the blue hands, and you got to pull the thing out there, which we've done, but they fall on the ground, so it gives us a bunch of question marks. Alright, and pretty much that's it, but now we got to solve it. But this is a good time as any here. Let's keep these out here because we didn't have enough room for them, but this is what we have remaining for bag 4. Not too bad. Okay, so now we're going to have to solve this mess because he's going to have to figure out how to water his plants. Can't walk out there with the watering can. So we need to make some kind of a slide here. And they give you kind of an example here how to do this. Okay, so where do we begin with this? Well, that's what bag 5 here, they supply us with the parts. Okay, alrighty. Now bag 6 is usually the one that we have to worry about here. Alright, so basically we got to build some ramps to set in here. These are supposed to stay in here. Okay, we'll put those back in there. Oh, they just fit in like that. Well, I got that one backwards. Okay. So essentially they just go into here. And I think what we're going to have to do here, because he's made a mistake here and he's got it all spilling all over the place, he didn't know what he's doing. Well, now we're going to have to do it like this. Well, where do we start with this? How do we go about this? This is all we have to work with here. Now, it'd be easy just to use these, but look, they got these partitions in there. That would not be good. But it didn't say I can just build it like this, provided they give us 8 of these. And indeed they do. Okay, so we got that. They also give us a few slopes. Alright. So there's a couple ways of doing this here that would work. That old saying, let's keep it simple. You have bricks. Can't go like that. So what do we do here? Where do we start with this? And it doesn't really give you a whole lot here, but you could do it any way you want. But they give you an example here. I think the easiest way to build this one here, we can make it hard or we can make it easy. This thing here is going to have to drop through a hole. So I think what they did here is they just came in here and just put some walls in here. Like that. But uh-oh, we got a problem there. So let's see here. They only give us, well, at least I could use these for making buildings. Alright, so we really don't need to go all the way up to the end of this here. Now this thing here just sits like that. Okay, so we're going to come in right now. Now this is not a tutorial. Just to kind of clarify that up, we're just going to come in here. We're just going to, I don't know, build it up a little bit. And kind of see where we're at here. So the hole's got to be above this. Well, I'll just use these backwards. But I got to be careful. they really didn't give you a whole lot of decent parts. Like, what are these for anyways? Unless you go off to the sides and use the slopes. Now, this is better to see it this way here. The hole is right here. All I have to do is put the slope where it's a little above that one. And then we have this guy here. Okay. Now, unfortunately, they didn't give me a whole bunch of these. Okay, so the hole is even right here. Whoops. Well, we don't want to be wasting food here. Well, here's another one. Oh, we got a bunch of these. Okay, I think I got an idea. What I would do, let's just tinker here with this. And that's the whole point about this, is to tinker. I'm just going to come in here. Now, you could do this any way you want. Uh-oh, that's too low, huh? We didn't get any plates with this. We can't modify this at all. I don't think we're supposed to modify it. And so if I put this here, we're going to have a lip here. It'd be better if we could just push it in. So what I'm going to do is start right here. Okay. And I can go all the way up to here. Now this thing's... Oh, okay, we're going to have to waste food for a bit. That's the only problem with this thing. Something like this. If I set this right under here... Alright, well, we'll set them out when they fall in. It almost looks like it would work. They only give you enough pieces. It's up to you to figure out the game. It's like a game in a way. So something like that would work. It wouldn't matter how high this is, because it's just going to shoot in there. Alright, so let's start with this here. And it's also got to be strong too. We can't just get a little sloppy here. So we're going to do this. Hey, at least you get to think here and you can learn how to do it. Like I said, the set's got some value to it, even though if it's not something I'm willing to do or mess with, not too bad. And then what I'm going to do here, I mean, they show it like this, but there's no way I can build it. With these parts, there's no way. So what I'm going to do here is set this right back into here on top of the blue. Well, don't move. Uh-oh, we got that too high. Well, that's not going to work, huh? Hey, at least here I'm keeping it real, watching things fall apart. But, you know, for those who know me very well, and I've been doing a lot of the my own builds, well, that's just caving in. I prefer to build with my own parts. And yeah, well, what if I just grab these then? But I want to save these here for the sides. So I'm going to need to do it like this then. Heard the hard drive shut off. Oh no. Jay, it seems like you're having a difficult time. Yeah, difficult is probably not going to solve this. Okay. And let's go ahead, put this one right here. There's going to be a hole there, but what I'm going to do with this one is put a slope up there. Now, I think that's what we're going to do, but we got a problem here. We need to build up the sides here. Okay, so I'm going to shove a couple of these in here. Well, we don't get a whole lot of parts. We got to be very careful what we have. Just like that out in outer space, we don't have a whole lot, so we can't just get a little sloppy here with it. Something like that. We only get so many of these too. So I think that, I mean, and by all means, if you're taking these seriously, I'm sorry, you know, we got to goof off on this. We got to have a little fun here. Put that in there. We don't need to be moving the trays in and out. I don't think those were meant to move anyways. And then this kind of sits like right here, like that. And now, yeah, they don't give you a whole lot, because I mean, honestly, for me, I would be using those pre-made slides and putting those in there. All right, let's do it like that, because we don't care if there's a hole there. I mean, Jay, it seems like you're having a hard time. Yeah. Now, I'm not going to spend all days trying to figure this out, because I got other stuff I got to do today other than Lego. Jay, don't let Lego hear you say that. Yeah, they just did. This guy here's got a life other than the Lego. You know what I'm going to do? Well, I thought I can shove that in there. Let me just pull that out. Kind of give this guy a little bit more support. There we go. Okay. Well, I need to put that in there. We pretty much used all the parts from bag whatever. You have to come up and create your own thing. And that's about as close as we're going to get here. Do I expect it to fly off this corner? Probably not, but we're going to try it out here in a bit before... Okay, it's starting to poop out things here. Okay, so basically now what you do is you're going to try this out and see if it works. Well, let's see if it does. All right. So see, bag number 5 makes this. We don't know what it is. Okay, so here we go. Here we go. Oh, it went in there. Yep. So really, it works. We'll put them all in there, why not? So... yeah, so it's kind of, this is not by all means my quality of work, but there's one in there that's stuck. You can see it right there. It is not moving at all. There we go. Well, that one flew out. It was being stubborn, but there you go, and you can see they all went in their little trays. So yeah, just something like that. Just tinker with it. You probably can come out with something better than me, but they kind of use these to troll you here, but that's what I use for the size. But that's not too bad, though. Not too bad at all. Okay, now we're going to move on to the last portion of the experiment. Now we have to invent something. So a guy wants to make a meal, right? Okay. Well, he's going to make himself some kind of a deli. We already got to this point here. So it looks like he's got to make some kind of thing here that manufactures something. So he's got to make a kitchen, basically, with the stove, and there's your parts. And that's what bag 6 is for. Let's open that up. And I want to thank everyone on my main channel for being contributors, as well as my Patreon supporters. It's always a big help. Is it be enough to keep me from doing these type of sets? And in addition, thank you to my Rebrickable customers for taking the plunge and purchasing a building guide, as that's always a big help too. Like I said, if there's any building guide requests, it's going to be a long delay. And most important, if you're actually here bearing to go through with this with me and be bored, yeah, you deserve it. Thank you for the likes, comments, subscribes, all that stuff. That's always a big help. So we got to make a little kitchenette. Okay. I've made tons of kitchens on my main channel. This should be a breeze, supposedly. So we got some window frames. We got ourselves a thing with an oven. Okay, well at least this doesn't have stickers. Let's just make our little oven then. Okay, and see, it's got to have like a waffle iron. Does this come with a whole set of tools? Oh, it does. We got spoons. We got a hatchet to cut the waffle. I mean, who doesn't need that for cutting waffles, huh? Frying pan. You do have a few waffle tiles. Well, that's not a waffle tile. That's the raspberry jam, huh? We got some plates and some bowls. Is this like Belleville or something? If anybody's ever messed with the Belleville set. And yeah. Well, let's get a little creative with this one, huh? So, well, yeah. I've built tons of stoves before. Well, let's make a stove right now. Let's just do it. Does it come with another one, or does it only come with two? That's lame. You know what I could do? We could have that as the big burner, and we got the ones for like the smaller stuff. Alright, so we have that. Now you don't have to build it exactly how I build mine. You can build it any way you want. So we got to have a kitchen counter here. There's nothing to build a sink. We got stuff to hold our utensils. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to build ourselves a generic little spice rack here, or just something to hang the tools. I mean, would you cook out in open space like that? No, I wouldn't, but you know, that's just how it is here. I could even use one of these for a sink. Doesn't give us anything for sinks, huh? So we're going to use this to hang up all the tools, or I could just do it like this. Safety first! Make sure the hatchet is where you don't bump into it. We don't want any accidents to happen. So we'll do it like that, and we'll turn the blade in. Now let's put the frying pan on there like that. See, with this type of stove, you can fit your stuff on there. You got to have a spoon. Did it come with a fork? Oh, it did. But we're all set up, ready to go here. Okay. And for this, I'm not sure what that's for. Now, you don't have to use all the parts in yours, but we're going to try it myself. We got a tomato. We got to have tomatoes on our waffles. So what I'm thinking of doing is locking all that together there. Just doing that. Or, you know what? Let's put this right back here. I know my hands are in the way. You just have to deal with it. Okay, that doesn't fit there. I thought I could, but you know what I can do? Move this off to the side here. Stuff that in there. It's almost like what he has here. Alright. So now we got a place to hang up our utensils. It gives you an extra fork and a spoon, so you could use those to your advantage too. In case he has a friend over, and maybe it's that three-eyed alien he's been eyeballing. We don't know. And now with the kitchen, we do need something else. We need a sink, right? Well, how do we build a sink with limited parts? Well, we'll just do it like this then. Yes, if you're like me, you're going to have to build like you're 4 years old. Nothing wrong with that. Just start building and having fun. Let's experiment. We got to cook the meals, right? We got the kitchen. You know? But you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this at the bottom here just to kind of strengthen that up. We don't want to be cooking and the bottom of the sink falls out and that hot water or whatever it is spills all over the place. Jay, this is about the crudest kitchen I've ever seen. Yeah, they don't give you a whole lot of parts, so you're going to have to kind of figure it out on your own here. And put this right here, because we got to wash the tomato before we can consume it. And we got a couple of these things. So what I could do is take... Well, you gave me one of those for... Oh, here's a spot. Here's the thing for the sink. Well, let's take that off then. See, you can have a lot of fun with these. I'm going to say that the only creative part on these is building your own stuff. Like, literally, I'm just making my own ideas. And I have these here, but you know what I could do with this? Stick these studs, got a water tap. Now you don't have to use all the parts. We got our sink. We have our stove. There's not enough to make a refrigerator, but you know what we can do here? It'd be kind of cool. Let's make it like a little gourmet kitchen. We're going to make this one with a center island. Like that. I mean, why not? And then now we have that. We have the dough. And we got some waffles here to put on some plates. So right now, there we go. We got ourselves a cereal bowl. Let's put the mug. Let's put the mug right there. And we got our waffles. Well, you know what? We got a bowl here. You got to put that inside there for tomato juice. Making sure that's not colliding with anything, and it is. Well, it gives me enough for 2 waffles. So there we go. We got a bowl here. I can't put these plates against that, but you know what? I got this extra jumper plate. Put that there. Just shove the bowl right there. Oh, we got the hatch. We got the hatchet about to fall and hit our hand. That's not good. I have to admit though, they give you a lot of tools. Put the hatchet like that. And I think that's pretty much about it here. I don't think I can go any further with building this. Jay, your hands are in the way again, I know, right? Just have to live with it. I have to do that, folks, because some will go like, Jay, I can't see what you're doing. I can't either. We also got these little flowers, too. That's corn soup. Or you know what? Let's put the corn in there. Okay. Maybe that's noodles or something. And we got this extra waffle piece. You know, I could put that in there too. Let's just put the waffle here. We just have a few things remaining. Let's put this up here like that. And yeah, you're not going to use all the parts. I don't want to spend too much time on it because I'm limited on memory card space. So it's like a little kitchen. And I think that solves this problem, right? He's got the tomato, he's got the bowl, he's got the stove, and a plate, right? Not too bad. And that pretty much concludes this build here. With just a few pieces remaining. Okay. Not too bad at all. So this is a free build. Okay, so summation of thoughts here on just this up while we're setting these experiments up. It's not too bad. I noticed this could be built by up to 2 people, so that's even better. I think what I'm going to do here is when I film these, I think what I'm going to do, folks, is I'm going to go ahead I'm going to set up both experiments, do the review like I normally do, and then I think what I'm going to do is experiment 1, which is this stuff. So I'm going to keep it grouped, keep this grouped. We'll run through the first experiment, we'll run through the second experiment, You know what I'm thinking of? This is kind of messy. I got to think of a way to do these here. So what I'm gathering is making sure nobody's coming up the walkway. You know what I can do? I'm going to have to do a close-up on each one. Now, something like this I can bring up to the camera. This one sits up pretty close, so I don't really have to do a close-up on this, but this other one I'm going to have to. I mean, I guess I could. I'm going to be honest, I don't think a lot of people are going to be interested in this set. That's just my feelings on it here. I understand the concepts of it, but you know, what it involves. Because I like to keep everything grouped, but I think what I'm going to do here, because I've never done anything like this before, and this is just kind of a hodgepodge. These are just big. I mean, look how much air. There's a lot of air. When you're buying something like this, I'm going to be honest with you, you're buying a lot of air. Look at all the air that these things are taking up here. I mean, they're not bad for what they are, but they're not something I would go out and run out and buy. And that's what I'm going to say in my review notes. You know, the only fun part I think was solving and doing this, building the main models were kind of boring. But coming up with your own ideas, I'm going to say yes, it's not too bad at all here. I'm going to put this, I'll leave it right here. I think that's good enough. Ugh, excuse me, I couldn't hold that one. And I think that's what we're going to do. So I think what I'm going to do, these are not all that big. I may take the spaceship, I'll take it off, because doing a close-up on both of these, it's going to be hard holding the camera while I'm actually doing the experiment. I don't have somebody else taking the camera and holding it while I'm doing the demonstration. It's only just me doing these. We'll put this one back on. Put it back here. So, in all fairness, if you're not interested in educational sets, they do have a point that Lego does have a little storyline, which is cool. I'd say these are targeted more for up to middle age, grade school to middle age. After that, middle grade, like 7th and 8th grade. After that, high school, you're not going to want to do something like this, to be honest. And I have 4 of these to review. So I'm not even done with the review on this one yet. I still got 20 minutes left on the card. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm just going to breeze through this one real quick. Bring this one up here and just kind of like, let's say this is a demonstration. I'll just bring it up. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it like I usually do. I don't think I'm going to do a close-up on this. That's just a lot of work. I'll think of a more efficient way of doing these, but I am going to run through each experiment at the beginning of the review. We'll talk about the minifigure. We'll talk about the objective and like, okay, so we got to solve, this is what I did, and that. So reviewing something like this is going to be hard. It's not like a finished product because a lot of this in here, I'd say about 1/3 of it you have to come up with on your own, like the little kitchen and stuff. So you just have to use your imagination for part of it. But that's just like with software engineering. You got to use your imagination. You got to see things in your mind. You got to look at the code. How is it going to look like it on the screen? What is the client going to say? Is he or she going to like their database? Are they going to like their software? Are they going to like their website the way it's laid out? You have to visualize this stuff. That's why a lot of people who are into this hobby are also computer programmers, because we got to see things like this. Okay, so I do understand that's why imagination, some people frown upon it, but you get into computers, you get into engineering, you have rules, But then you have to use your imagination to apply those rules and make sure everything is running smoothly and safe and up to code and stuff. But I think honestly I can get this one knocked out here in probably another 30 minutes or so, or 20 minutes. If I don't have enough memory card, then I am going to be SOL'd. So yeah, I think we're ready to go here. I think we'll start with the review first, and we'll just breeze through them. Just do it. We're just going to do each one. So lesson 1, or experiment 1, experiment 2, and the review. I think that's about it. You know, it's not like we're doing a tour of a modular building, but yeah, let's jump to that now. Let's just knock this one out here the best that I can do. So the first experiment we're going to be exploring is space, and right here we got Earth, and here we have the moon, and we got our space figure. I mean, I like the print work for the torso. That looks cool. And she does come with a little helmet, so you can put that on her if you choose. And we have the main little launch pad thing, and here we got the spaceship. Now, part of the spaceship you got to build custom. So let me get this off here and we'll show you this. This is what the spaceship is. This part here in the back, you have to come up with that idea on your own. But it kind of gives you a little bit of a hint on how to put that together. Obviously it's scaled for minifigures, so we're going to set our spaceman in there. She just kind of rests inside. She's got to be careful with all those G-forces she's going to have to experience. But I don't know. I don't know how she's going to fit in. I've never tested this out, so I don't know if she's going to fit in there. Maybe that's how it is. Doesn't close all the way. Maybe she's supposed to go into head first. And I gotta find out what all that pounding noise is. So maybe that's how she goes in like that. Yeah, sorry for about the background noises. My neighbors are kind of doing something weird today. But also we've been having earthquakes too. So basically you stick this on here like this. And then part of the learning thing is you got to learn how to weigh the rocket down so it'll land like that. I'm not going to run through everything, but if you take all this off, it'll crash right into the moon. So we don't want to do that. So while our spaceman's in there, or space lady, you're supposed to bring this up, rotate it around, and stands like that. If you take this stuff off, maybe I can do it and show you here. It just pops right on off. It's like that, right? It doesn't seem too bad, but if I were to go in here and rotate it around, yeah, that's what's going to happen. That's why we have to put all that weight on there. So it just doesn't work very well. But at least here we're learning a little bit about gravity and how important it is. We got it. Well, in addition to the flaky builds, these are all custom. You really are going to have to experiment with this. I mean, it's an introductory level to mock building, but you're very limited on parts with this set. So, this is not J-ster for quality by any means. But yeah, so basically now we fix the spaceship, and then now you can just fly it around, and the weight's on the bottom, and yeah, it works pretty good. And the last portion of it is you got to create a sleeping pod. And this is what I came up with here. And basically this is my own design using the parts that they have. So I got a little solar panel and a little sunroof, and there's the flag and the radio antenna. And basically we can open this up. Well, you know me, I got to make my stuff accessible, right? So I got this very crude door in the back. You just have to lift this thing up. Pull it out. It's got the tools and stuff in there. So we got the computer gear that she needs and a sleeping pad. You know, I know it's not like one of my master bedroom builds, but you know, it gets you going here, and it's just enough to get somebody started into this. And You know, honestly though, it's a nice little experiment here, and at least it works. It got to the point, it does work, you know, and there's a little creativity, so it's enough here to get you started in the build. And honestly, you know, except for this here that bent, but that's the whole thing, you can go like this, and doesn't matter how you do it, the rocket will flip back around and land back on Earth. I mean, it works. So, I mean, learning about gravity and stability and stuff, that's what this lesson here is about. And yeah, it's simple, it's crude, but it works nonetheless. And yeah, I mean, I think for a younger builder, this is going to be pretty cool. But for somebody older, like in high school range or maybe college, yeah, this one here is a little too trivial. The second experiment involves growing food and produce in outer space. But first we're going to take a look at our minifigure. He's all decked out, ready to go, like Data from the Goonies. And here we have the main model here. And we'll bring this up here and we'll show you. We got a couple little farms here. These hatches open up. Got a tomato here, and we got some corn growing in this one. And oh yeah, the build quality on this set, yeah, that's we'll discuss that in the review. And the whole objective here is to fill this launcher up for food, and you got to make these chutes. Now these here were part of the experiment. You had to figure out how to get the food from the food distributing thing, the vending machine thing, and you had to put it in here. And this thing's pretty easy to load up. So you just take some of these studs, or transparent round flat tiles, just shove those in there. You get a few green ones, you get some blue ones. I'm assuming the green's probably for food, and the blue's water, obviously. So you just kind of stock this thing up here. And the contraption on this thing gets a little weird. You're going to have to kind of be careful what you're doing here, because I've hit it by accident and just things will fly out. Once you get done with the setting up the experiment, you got to, you know, have the pellets drop in here. So you just swing this over and you drop it in like so, and you hope it works. So it drops right in here. This one here. And rotate it again. You get the idea. And you can just do it like this. And this right here is up to you to figure out. This is the best that I could do with the parts provided. And let's just dump everything out here. Oh, okay, I got everything done. Let's load it up with some more stuff. And that's pretty much the experiment here. And it does show you there's ways to deliver items in outer space. But if there's no gravity, this stuff's going to float. So we got to be very careful. And, well, that one missed, huh? Here, we'll try it again here. I mean, for a younger builder, this should be fun. And then when we're ready to go, here, we can just pull these trays out. You can leave these closed here, too. I forgot to close this one, but we'll just pretend it's closed. All right, so that's pretty much how this experiment works here. Okay, so our guy just got done working in the farm. He's ready to go home, but you have to build him a kitchen to cook the meals. Well, I have experience in building mini kitchens on this channel, so this is what we have here. Is a little tiny, crude built gourmet kitchen. We have the stove with the little pretend refrigerator at the bottom. We got ourselves a little island to eat. Little kitchen counter. We got some utensils here, and we got ourselves a little sink. So we got a little bit of everything here for a little kitchen, and it works nonetheless. And this is something you have to create on completely out of your own. They don't give you any help. They just give you an outline, say here, use the parts and see if you can build it. So he'd have to lose all his gear here, but he can fit inside the kitchen. Okay. And it's not too bad. I mean, at least it lets you explore your imagination. Okay, I need to make a place to cook a meal. I need to make a place to wash the dishes. So it works very well. And this type of set here also gets you to like an introductory level into mock building, which is even better. And despite of the crudeness of this one, it was another experiment I'd say worked. So I'd say that Lego's got the basic principles down on this. So it's a nice little build to mess around with. Now this and the other build are completely independent from one another. So you and a partner can have fun experimenting together and sharing ideas and stuff. So this is a really fun little set to explore. But what are my thoughts on this set? How did I feel about it? Well, here are my opinions. Let's start the review with build quality, and most of these builds are just full of air, so things like this feel like they're about to break off. Things are a bit sloppy, and it's just more or less just an experimentation set than anything else. So I don't expect this to last too long for rough play. So if you're looking for something that's very durable, not too much with this. So I'd say build quality is not that great. Now my build experience on this set was average, and just building the main models before we started doing our own experiments was more or less just like an average Lego city space set. I wasn't too thrilled with the build on it, so that wasn't the most exciting part. Now as far as for play value, now that's where things got a little different here. Play was part of the experiment with this, and despite that we're having earthquakes right now, it feels like, I was pretty much thrilled with the experiments in here. Like this one here, you had to learn about gravity. And this one here, you had to learn about having things go down here in these chutes. And you had to pretty much come up with your own ideas. And in addition, when you had to create your own builds, had to come up with my own little kitchen and my own little sleeping quarters. So that stuff I already knew how to do because I've been doing mocks for so long. So that's not too bad. So I'd say there's a lot of play value in here. In addition, you do get a lot of accessories. You get 2 minifigures. What makes this set really cool is that you can build it by 2 people. So you and a partner can do experiments at the same time. Or if you want to do them yourselves, that's even better. But up to 2 people can do this, which is fine, you know. So it's a good little collaborative build. And honestly, if you're interested in education and building Lego, yeah, these 2 topics here would go together. Now, honestly, this is something I would not purchase for myself. As far as for an educational institution, this may seem a little trying to think of a word here that's childish for this. I mean, things just seem kind of crude here. And the book does talk about some of the stuff that we're trying to solve, but for an older builder such as myself, not so much. So this just feels more or less like just a hodgepodge set, and I wasn't just too thrilled with it in all around, except for the experimentation and creation of the builds. So I got to give this set a 6 out of 10. Build quality just seems average. Things feel like they're falling apart, and the scratched pieces kind of threw over on this one. I don't know what Lego's still thinking on that. And I'm going to really emphasize on Lego, you need to learn how to pack your stuff better, because it's not looking good on your behalf here. But would I recommend this set? Honestly, not really. It just wasn't fun. I mean, maybe for a child, this would be fun. But for an older builder to an adult, I'd stay away from this. So the age range on this set is 8+, and maybe about that, but I think anybody that's probably in their teenage years is not going to have too much fun with this. But honestly, though, all around, I understand the attempt that Lego was doing. This is just one of many that I have to review, so hopefully they'll get a little better than this. But if you're looking for something to educate your kids a little bit about gravity and space, yes, this would be a really good one to start out with. But you just got to get your hands dirty, a little creative with these models. But all around, though, it will keep a younger builder's attention. But for an adult like myself, I just wasn't too thrilled. But tell me what you think.